Niska's coming back, he said, to his office. So, Sharon, so y'all don't see my my board here as I pull up our draft board, though.
You said we are snaking this, right? So I have 5 and 6.
Yeah, we'll snake it.
Oh man, I'm glad I got 3, but I definitely didn't want 1. I don't think there's like that Head and Shoulders like Trout or something like that pick.
Oh.
I wanted 4 or 5, honestly, to get like 2 of my top picks or choices, hopefully.
Right? Like, I mean, for team needs, I think I went hand first, but I don't know if I'm gonna pick it. But like Warrior, that would have been badass to go 5-6 on 2 like stud Warriors.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna go with. Reek and
oh god.
Number 5 overall.
So I have. If you guys have the link to the board, right? Yeah, I sent that. Yeah. I updated our order, so you guys can get on that if you want.
Hey, so what are we gonna do with Jared?
I don't know. I really don't.
I think you could go off of just top characters on like just find a top 100 list. I think Tyrion's Tyrion's going to be like the number 1 for most of them, or Jon Snow.
Let me see here. Niska, because it's not. He says it doesn't have access. Okay, I just added him. And I'm going to Google Game of Thrones characters ranker. We'll use ranker.com. As I get my draft board open here, my big board. All right, so we have, let's see, Niska's in, Derek, Eddie. Yeah, you guys are all on the draft board here. I got my best Game of Thrones characters list open. So, let's see. Once Niska gets on here, hopefully he does.
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
Hey, so Josh, are you not trying to delve into much of your strategy, but like I haven't read any of the books, so I don't know how badass some of the characters are compared to the show. Like, are you going to be referencing that quite a bit in these picks?
No, not quite a bit, although Derek was talking to me earlier. Are you recording, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Derek was recording, or Derek was talking to me earlier about, what was it? What did I say was from the book? Oh, the vacation.
Vacation.
My vacation place, I think I'm going to pull from the book. So.
Yeah, that's going to be my last pick because I just don't have any.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time looking at a map and then wikiing the city to see what information was about it and seeing if it was any good to fill out my 3 through 6 on my board here for a vacation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Niska in here again. Bear with me, guys.
Yeah, I was clicking on the wrong video icon. It's the one in the chat. That's why I was getting that error.
He's on the draft board right now, but he's not getting in the call. Or it wasn't letting him in the hangout. He said it said he didn't have access, but I invited him the same way I invited you guys. So I just invited him I just clicked him and added him to this video call though now. So hopefully he'll get in here. But yeah, no, there's not a whole lot of different characters in the book. What's her name? Yara Greyjoy? Her name's Asha in the book, but she's still the same character.
Yeah.
And a big thing from the book is that, so in the Red Wedding, obviously, like, and Rob, they all die and all that. But in the book, Thoros brings her back, brings Catelyn back. So she's like, well, to bring her back, but she's been dead for 3 days when they find her.
Yeah, was she Lady Grey or Lady something like that? Stoneheart?
Lady Stoneheart is the name, yeah. And so, but like, so Beric Dondarrion, he like breath of life and gives it to her or something. So that's how like, he dies that way, and then she like lives, but she can't talk. So she like has to like do this like one of those weird like when you have like the machines for the smokers.
Yeah.
Like so yeah. Okay. Niska said he's just going to draft with the draft sheet. He can't get into the hangout. He thinks it's at work. So we'll be texting him as we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit Jared up on Facebook. It says he was active 4 minutes ago, but I don't know if he walked away.
Let me check my email then. Let me see. No, okay, I don't have a new email from him. I was hoping I would have like a list, because I emailed him too, but I didn't have one. So, okay. You're auto drafting for Jared. Okay. Well, I guess let's just go straight to it then. We'll get started here. Derek and I have been talking back and forth. I know you and I have been talking a little bit too, but like, how much work did you honestly put into this thing? This research?
More than I was expecting. You just scroll back. So, one, it's more than I was expecting, and two, it just makes you like recall all of the great moments in like the earlier seasons. So, yeah, I actually like have a whole draft board and everything. So this is way more detailed than the video game draft or the Pokemon one, because you just got to go back and kind of remember like, oh man, how did that character start out? Like some of them just from the first episode to like the end, it's just completely night and day. So
yeah, I really, I told you guys when I sent out that the brackets that I've been like, I wanted to go back and rewatch them, but I haven't started the rewatch yet because I've been just trying to get through these books. So I finished the 4th book last night. I'm starting the 5th one today, and if I read 50 pages a day, I should get through it in like 3 weeks. So I'm probably gonna have to read it quicker too. I'm gonna try to get through that quicker because I want to start the show again. But Derek and I, like, it was funny. We were talking about like tiers today. Like which characters are in our top tier and stuff like that. It's just like, we're fucking degenerates, man. We are awful people here. But all right, let's get started. So I think for Jared's number 1 pick, if you guys are looking at any of the same lists that I'm looking at here, Tyrion Lannister is the number 1 ranked character. Are we good with giving that to Jared as his? I'm assuming his hand. I mean, will we put it as his hand?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking as well. So we'll go Tyrion. I'm gonna update draft for Tyrion, and then it's Niska's turn here.
Do you want to talk about Tyrion at all with that pick?
I mean, I like Tyrion a lot. I'll say that much. I think he's a good character. He was not my first choice for hand. I'll say that much. So my pick's still on the board. Tyrion, he's a good character. In the books, he gets his nose completely chopped off in the Battle of the Blackwater.
Yeah.
And so that's the only image I have of him the whole time I'm reading is that he just doesn't have a nose, and they make him so much more grotesque in the book. So, what do you guys think about him? No.
I'll say that I did not have him as like a high draft board pick, but he was my number 1 for Squire because I think like he would have just been awesome to hang out with.
Interesting. Yeah, that would have been a good one. I didn't have him as a Squire, but
I didn't have him on that for Squire at all. Yeah,
I've got a lot of people a lot of wrong places, so
I like it. I'm fully on board with that.
We'll allow it as a Squire. Yeah, he's doing here. I'm not sure what he's doing. Okay, he's typing in something. It looks like
Danny.
Oh, nice.
Daenerys. Yeah, I expected that.
Good.
Again, Derek and I were talking earlier, and I expected. I mean, if Jared would have been in here, or if it goes 1-1, I thought Danny was going to go 1-1. Go ahead, Derek, and you can tell Eddie what we were talking about as far as
queen choice. Here was my take. Like, I had her 5th on my queen's list, by the way. One, she's not going to be a good queen. Yeah. You know, she's not that you want your queen to be subservient, but you want to be the king. You want to, have some rule of law there. Also, she's going to want to take over everything. She's temperamental. She's moody. She's going to just kill everyone with her fucking dragon whenever she feels like it.
True. Can't deny any of that.
All right, so I am on the complete same wavelength. When I was making these, like, rankings or tiers, you kind of have to think, like, is this person going to kill me at any point? So like, I guess I would be up. I don't know if Cersei's going to make it back, but, like, that would have been my pick. But I think I'm going to go off the board here, and I'm going to take a warg animal, and I'm going to take a dragon.
Damn.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. So, like, Derek, this goes along with what you were asking me earlier about my strategy of, like, if my some of my categories that, like, have lesser or less characters or, animals, will I prioritize them? I told you, no, I'm not playing the position scarcity game here. But warg animal, I feel like warg animal gets really thin really quick, Dragon is, I think,
like we had talked about before we changed whatever the one was to a second warrior or Kingsguard. There's just so many warriors that you can slot in. Yeah, but I think, yes, there's not a lot of badass animals.
All right, I'm going to enter in dragon here. I have a bunch of windows open right now, so if you guys do have stuff open, or if you guys do have the draft board open, feel free to enter your picks on there as well.
Yeah, Niska's put the dragons come with her. Yeah. It's like buy one get 3 free.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I ain't buying that shit. Okay,
well, she might have a dragon, but he can't warg into her like you can.
No. Okay. So Eddie, you're warging into Daenerys' dragon there.
Hey,
all right, he's off the board.
So you could easily take you just infiltrated Niska's his whole game. You can just take him out as a dragon.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
So last question: how badass are the dragons in the books? Because in the show, it's like you have one, it's game over.
So where I'm at, again, I just finished the 4th book, and it's the dragons are she's still over in Marine right now, and so they're still, like, somewhat young. But the way he writes the 4th and the 5th book is that they're actually parallel times. It's just that the 4th book he focused solely on like King's Landing and, like, Sam going down to Old Town and Arya going over to Bravos. So he focused, like, solely kind of around there. So I haven't read the part right now where Dany is, like, the dragons are getting bigger yet. So this next book, I'll give you an update. But as of right now, they're kind of still, like, young, they're young dragons, but they're cool to talk about, and read about. I've been thinking this, where I would go for my first round pick, and I just want to establish, to me, the best kingdom where I want to live. To me, it's not King's Landing because I don't want to deal with all the fucking
shithole.
Lee Bottom and all that. No, I'm not trying to deal with that. For me, I'm going Casterly Rock as my number one pick, my kingdom, because on the coast, the West Coast is the best coast. It's out there. Loaded with gold. I'm going to say that all comes with it. And, it's known to be one of the better, larger kingdoms. I considered here as my next choice, or as my kingdom choice, but I'm really gonna go with Casterly Rock. There, it's the best one. So, Derek.
Oh man, you got some tough choices here.
Well, I think with us taking an animal and a place, you have more characters than you're probably expecting to be there.
Right, and, like, to be honest, Casterly Rock 8th, 7th on my list here. Not a big fan. So that wasn't.
All right. Talk about your own household there, buddy.
Board. Shit. So I've got a lot of my green tier here. All right, so I have her on my board second here, and my first is available, but I think I'm going to switch it up on the fly here. I'm going to make my queen Arya.
Wow.
She's a badass. She's going to kill everyone we need to be killed. You know, I'm not saying I need a lot of, different women in the bedroom, but if I need to, she can do that. Like, there's a lot of versatility there.
I didn't even have her listed as queen. That's for damn sure. She was off my board with queen. Wow. The spreadsheet here, or the draft board.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I need to.
All good.
I think, though, with the queen, it's more of a safe pick in my mind. Like, I think that's, like, she's not going to try and one-up you or take you out or, take the power.
And honestly, if she's gone for long periods of time just doing what she wants, I'm okay with that, too. Get the kingdom to myself. Like...
But Gendry tried to make her his queen, and she wasn't having it. What makes you think she'll want to be
Gendry's
queen?
A bitch. So I forgot he existed until I was looking at that top character list. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I should put him down somewhere on here just in case.
Yeah. All right, Derek, who you got for round 2?
All right, so I don't think this is going to maybe go, but it's going to be a long time until I pick again. So I'm going to pick my premier vacation spot, which I think is the one clear one, which I think is Water Gardens.
You fucking bitch.
Yep.
That was my good. See, they don't really mention it a whole lot in the show at all. It's in the book. They talk about it a lot in Dorne, but like when the show, Prince Duran. It gives you, like, to me, I thought when they show Dorne and he's sitting there watching the kids play and all that in that, like, beautiful area, sphere. I thought that was, like, the kingdom, the capital. In the book, they definitively say that
it's the Water Garden
and how he really isn't that nice. It's kind of not great. So that was my sleeper, Derek. You son of a bitch! You stole it right out of my hands there.
Also, on the draft here, I have just view only, so I can't actually put my picks in. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah, add y'all to it.
So a little insult to injury, you have to input mine in after I upset you.
That just makes me sick. It's taking longer than I expected it to.
But that makes me feel better about it. I thought it was a little bit of a reach here at pick 6.
It's a good pick. Water Gardens. There we go. Let me enter it at vacation spot here. Some technical difficulties here. I am giving you access there if that's ready. Getting started.
No worries.
Oh, you don't have it either. Okay, and editor. If you ever shows up. Okay. Just now. So, sorry. And is it now, right? Yeah. Well, I feel like I still have 2 solid vacation homes. Vacation to go with. Eddie, I'm not going to take your queen of Cersei. God, gonna go here.
I didn't even have her on my list either.
I don't have her as a queen.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go location home. Really, I'm all about location. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna take both my locations here. Else as my vacation home. Really, the only.
All right, tell us about that because I don't know what that is.
Oh, Sunday. She's from Noth, Island of Noth. She always talks about the Summer Isles and how it's like a awesome place to go back to, and in Grey when we're supposed to go. After they just survive the war after it's finished or whatever. So on a map, it's down far south. It's south of like everywhere in the middle of the ocean. But that was the most like tropical island, Cancun, Hawaii, place that I was able to think up. So I'm gonna get locations out of the way now. Go with the Summer Isles as my second round pick. Eddie, you're on the clock. What you got?
Man, I've got 3 here, and I think if I don't, I think Jared will end up getting auto drafted Cersei if I don't pick her, so I'm not gonna pick her. I think knowledge is power, so I'm gonna take a hand, and I'm gonna take Tywin as my hand.
Yep.
I was close. That was gonna be choice if I didn't know my location.
I'm a big fan of the people that can live long in the Game of Thrones, and he did get shot on the toilet, but I think he knows everything that I would want to know, and he's not seeking the power. He wants to play from the puppet master strings more than anything. So
yeah, that's a good pick. Choice. It really is. There, until Niska is. Even though I think he's falling along. But, yeah, Tywin was definitely my Summer Isles for me.
I mean, I think the introduction scene with him is him, like, just skinning that boar, right? Or the stag.
Oh, Jon Snow going in there fast.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did he update? Mine's not updated.
Yeah, he took Snow.
Yeah, I didn't see where he put him yet. But he's taking Snow.
So I'm gonna have to take Snow.
So I don't have
my board here.
I don't have Jon Snow on my board. Period.
Really?
I don't know. I just
did he ever lose in battle in combat? That's pretty impressive.
I don't know. I've just never liked the character. I thought he was a little bitch most of the time, and he just didn't know a lot. So
okay.
All right, so Jared, actually, I'm looking at the rankings. We got Tyrion 1, Jon 2, the Hound 4. So we're gonna give the Hound to Jared.
I like that.
Guard. And then his next pick would actually be. So do we? Is the Kingsguard as well?
I was thinking hand there, but
that's what I had him on hand as well. Let me see. Well, who's after Ned? Tormund. We can give him the Hound and Tormund as his Kingsguard. How do we feel about that?
Kingsguard.
They worked out well, right?
Hey, they both last the very end there. I mean, one dies, but the other's good. Okay, we're gonna go the Hound, and then if this stupid thing lets me load here. I had the Hound on my board. He was not my top warrior, but I did have him on there. I had Tormund on my warrior list too.
So Tormund was one I forgot about. I feel really bad about that one.
Yeah, you out of all people should feel bad about that.
But yeah, I had the Hound. I don't know, 7 I think on my board for Kingsguard.
See, so when I'm looking up when I put together my Kingsguard, my warrior list, I kind of went with size first because I wanted that like menacing type look there to protect me. So he's definitely sure. to Niska.
And he also wrote "How the F did Jon Snow fall to the second round?"
Are you going to reply that he's a bitch? Or
I don't know. Yeah, I had him. I like Jon. He's probably one of my favorite characters, but I just didn't know where I wanted to slot him in all of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, there's just so many other people that do what he does.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
He doesn't really bring anything unique to the table.
Yeah, I'm trying not to let the final season where he just kind of sat on the sideline and didn't do anything until the very end not affect it, because he was a badass when he was at the wall leading, the free folk as well. So yeah, he's probably not as bad as I think he is, but I should raise him a little or put him on the board.
All right, so he's going Winterfell.
Nice.
Damn it.
He's going to, since he's not on our call here, I don't feel bad with giving some insider info. And he told me he's a big fan of all things Greyjoy.
Oh.
So that's definitely interesting that he. I guess he might go Iron Islands for his vacation spot then.
God, but who would want a fucking vacation there?
Yeah, I would not. I wouldn't want that either. Winterfell was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th on my list of kingdoms. I'm just not a big cold guy, being in Arizona in my whole life. So, yeah, no, not for me.
I just thought it was one of the cooler whole setups for their kingdom.
Yeah,
you got the most space, also, but
definitely,
I wasn't willing to take it as soon because I think there are some other pretty good ones.
Yeah, I think
sure. All right, and
the allegiance of the North as well. Sorry.
Although, do you get the wall with Winterfell?
No, you do not, because it's not Eddie. I think you asked me this. It's not kingdoms in the sense of geographical regions. I'm literally talking castles. And,
just the okay.
So yeah, he ain't getting the North itself. He's getting just Winterfell.
Perfect.
All right, Eddie, round 3. Where are you taking us here?
Man, I think I'm jeez. Let's see. You got. All right. You don't have a queen. I think for my first warrior, I'm gonna take Ramsay, and hope he doesn't kill me.
Ramsay Bolton. I had him on there. I did not, and you're throwing him as warrior.
Yeah.
He was not on my list, but I hate fucking shit. Can't stand him. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know if Derek would have taken him.
No, he probably falls back to me, but I think he's just one of the evil, brilliant. For the show to be able to take Joffrey and make him the biggest hated character, and then say, "Oh, hey, wait, here's someone even worse."
All right. Yeah, I don't know who I hated more, honestly. I think I hated Joffrey more, but I hate them both. All right, since my top tier of hands are drying up and getting chopped off real quick, pun intended, I'm gonna go straight with Ned Stark as my next pick for my hand, because I am not trying to be stuck with his son Bran or someone like that as my hand. So I'm going with Ned Stark. Throw him in there as my hand. How Ned likes to autocorrect to Bed. I'm not going with his twin brother Bed Stark. I'm going with Ned Stark as my hand.
Yes,
Derek, over to you for 2 now.
Oh man. All right, so I think I can wait there. I have a queen, and I have a vacation home.
So I'm so shook that you went with Arya as your queen. You threw the whole thing off as far as I was concerned.
I was pretty happy about that pick, though. I was thinking about it for a long time.
I had her as Squire. I was going to try to sneak her in as a Squire.
I like that too. We're on the same wavelength there, basically.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I'll go with at least one of my Kingsguard here. I think Rob.
Okay.
Just his, like, he was an idiot as a leader from the standpoint of, in love and stuff, but otherwise phenomenal on the battlefield. And, I'm taking care of the leadership here, so, he can do pretty well there. He didn't have to marry an ugly chick or not, so.
All right. So you got Rob as your first Kingsguard, and then back around again for round 4. Who are you taking?
All right. All right, so I'm done with that.
Did you see? You guys see what Josh put?
Yeah.
What?
Eddie gonna fuck some people up with fucking Ramsey and Tywin and a dragon there. You're going real dark.
I know. I looked at those 3 picks. I'm like, man, I am not a nice person.
That's funny.
All right, so
I thought about taking Tywin to pair with my Casterly Rock, and I was like, I don't want to be too Lannister there. Sorry, Derek. Go ahead.
Well, I this might end up being different with my execution method than where I might end up in my kingdom. Might have a couple options available to me, but I think Dracarys is the best execution method. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that, which kind of means I have a dragon somewhere around, but
some roundabout way. No, that's a good. That was my number one.
If it just sits there all day and burns people, I'll take that.
That was my number one method of execution was Dracarys. As I take it off my board here, you went with Rob, who I actually had Rob pretty low. I wasn't too concerned. I didn't want him. So far my top warriors are still in. I'm going to go, let's see, I just went with Ned. I'm going to snag my queen here. And I'm actually going to take Melisandre, Lady Melisandre as my queen.
Okay.
Because she's pretty hot and she's a fucking, sorceress, So...
Well, I mean, she's only hot because she's a sorceress, Josh.
But that's okay. I'm okay with it.
That's fair.
I'll make sure she keeps that damn choker on forever. But I'm gonna steal her as my queen. To me it was. I think Dany was number one, despite the kind of psychoticness to her. But to me, I think it was a pretty even or a pretty easy number 2 for me. For Melisandre, so I'm gonna go with her queen.
I had her as a dark horse for my hand.
I considered her that too as well. I did. All right, Eddie, go ahead with your round 4 pick.
Yeah, so I had Melisandre as my number 1 pick for a maester, just because Lord of the Light and all that stuff. She could make evil shadow demons.
I considered that as well.
I don't want to go any more evil.
Balance it out.
Evil is in that older.
I think my queen will still be there.
If Cersei's your queen.
No, she's not. She was my number 1. She's my number 1 pick for warrior, but I think I've gone way too evil. Jeez. I think I'm going to take... Man. I think I'm going to take... Oh, I can't. That would be too bad. I was going to say Sansa for my queen, but... I'll take Marjorie Tyrell for queen.
Okay. We'll get her back on.
Great choice. Number 1 on my board.
I think...
Really?
Even though, yeah.
I think
she does everything you want a queen to do, and she's smoking hot.
And I think she's one of
the looks.
She's one of the least likely to kill you too. Yes, she wants to be in charge, and I'll let her have her power. But I'm not concerned at night of her slitting my throat.
Very true. Very true. In the book, another thing that's way different about these books is that these characters are so young. In the book. When the first book starts out, Dany is 13 years old, and Jon is 14 or 12 and 13 or something. And they're just they are so young, and it just makes kind of like all the weird like incest and like just the like killing and the like sex all like kind of super awkward in the back of your mind because you're just like, yeah, you're 12, and they talk about like her breasts are full and wide hips for childbirth and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, man. George, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, George? So yeah, I don't know. But so Marjorie is like she's 16 in the book where I'm at, and Tommen is like 8. Married. I'm like, oh, okay, a little odd there, but you know, whatever works. So either way, you know, let's see where Niska goes here. Did he already put it down on another sheet?
No, I don't see it yet.
Okay. But Marjorie, let me send him a quick text.
So all three of us have our queens, right?
Let's see. 4 of us. Jared's the only one without a queen.
Everyone does, but Jared, yeah.
So he went with Sam for his maester. Not a bad pick either. I wouldn't have gone that way, but it's not a bad pick.
He was number 1 on your board, though, right? Like,
was not.
You just weren't going to take him this soon? Really?
Number 1. He was not. So still got him. Okay. Jared, let's see.
Now I think I know who you're going to take, and I want to jump in there first.
Well, I get to pick first if Eddie doesn't take him. So the next character ranked is Jaime Lannister, but Jared's got both of his.
Make him his queen.
His Kingsguard. I'm gonna skip over Jaime for him. The next character is. Hey, this could work actually. Next character is Ghost. So why don't we give Jared a direwolf as his warg animal?
That's the number 2 pick, obviously, right? For an animal,
yeah,
like dragon.
That's
wolf.
what I had.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
Direwolf was my for sure second pick there. Let me put him on direwolf. Again, we're skipping over Jaime, direwolf. So Davos is the next character again, and I mean, do we put him anywhere else? I don't know.
Can we move Tyrion? Like, can he shift
to what?
To Squire?
Is there any other thing, you know, like, because characters aren't going to include execution, kingdom,
right,
and vacation home. Like, do we want to consider one of those also?
Yeah, why don't we give him a kingdom at least right here? So I mean,
you guys already used your. So I'll tell. My number 1 pick was Dorne.
Dorne, okay. My number 1 pick I already took. My second one was Highgarden, just because of the region it's in, the wealth to it.
Dorne was Sunspear?
Yeah.
I mean, I had that one rated next, if we want to call that the tiebreaker.
I have Dorne high, like Dorne's my 4th, or 3rd, I think. So I guess if we're trying to give him high rankings here, we should give him.
Or we just say everyone loves King Landing, probably on the internet, and just.
I mean, if he ain't here,
it does have the Iron Throne. We all know Jared loves iron, so.
Yeah, but he's Republican through and through, so I think he's going to want to stay out of the big cities.
Let's see. All right, why don't we give him...
Ask Niska.
Let me see here. I'll ask him what kingdom is his...
Yeah, because he already picked Winterfell, or the North.
Let's see what he says.
I mean, Jared should just be thankful we're not giving him Harrenhal, so.
Hey, his vacation home is going to be like the Tower of Joy.
All right, let me see here. All right, Niska's not getting back quick enough for my liking. I mean, can we just say like, what about he has a Warg animal. He's a queen. I mean, we all have queens. Why don't we give him a queen? What's like our next best queen?
So I actually have Sansa ranked first, but I couldn't take her with Ramsay.
All right, let's give him Sansa.
So are the queens done?
Now the queens would be done.
Okay, so I just want to mention, like, my dark horse here was going to be Lyanna Stark.
I had her on there too.
A bunch were taken.
I had her as well. She was a dark horse.
She'd be hot enough that people went to war over her, basically. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, another dark horse of mine was Talisa Stark,
yep,
Rob's wife.
Also.
Yep, same. And I had Ross as my fifth.
Okay,
not a bad pick either. I thought of her, but not as queen. I didn't know where to put her.
Josh just was thinking about her.
I was thinking, yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so we have him as queen. Niska's up now. All the queens are taken off the board, or they've been picked, rather, I guess.
That's a pretty good auto pick team for Jared, though. Sansa, Tyrion, the Hound, Tormund,
you can't complain so
the Direwolf. Like, that's pretty much going chalk.
Niska, by the way, also he finally got back to me and he said Highgarden was his second choice too. So if it comes back around, we'll see what makes his way back to what kingdom makes his way back after you two. But maybe we go Highgarden for him there. Let's see who he's taking here. He said, "Give him a minute."
All right, can we go back to?
Maybe he's doing some research.
Can we have a little Sam discussion, Samuel Tarly discussion here?
Yeah.
I didn't have him on my board at all.
He cured grayscale.
Yeah, but he doesn't listen. I don't know. He frustrated me.
Who does he not listen to?
Oh, whoever his girl is, Gilly. She's like reading exactly word for word, like the prophecy of John.
She can't even read.
She's reading. She reads like whoever's counting how many shits or stairs there are. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Sam. I don't know if he really makes it that far.
I mean, he's not a great husband. That's fine, but top-notch maester.
I'm also on the dark side.
I don't know. Yeah, Eddie.
I was saying I'm on the dark side, and I have like Qyburn as my number one maester. So
you're really showing us your true colors, Eddie.
I just want to win.
Oh, Jaime Lannister.
Oh, all right. So,
okay, that's right. Are we one-handed Jaime or two-handed Jaime?
Well,
that was my kind of.
I knocked him down my board. Because he's a dick when he's two-handed, and he's cool when he's one-handed. So it's kind of.
He's really good. He's a really good, known to be like one of the best knights in the realm as the two-handed knight. So
right,
I think it's a good.
He also stabbed his king, and I wasn't for that.
Yeah, so
that's a good. Hey, that we have to consider that. We do have to consider that. All right, Eddie, go ahead. Round 5 for you.
So full disclosure, for the character bracket that we're gonna do at some point, I've got Jaime winning it all. Like his character arc from the first episode to the last, he was the one guy that I really enjoyed the most. I think I'm gonna take my second. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take my second King Guard, and I think I'm gonna take the Night King.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know.
I had him as like. I'm not sure.
I don't know if he should have played out better than he did. Like he was unstoppable. And then,
are you worried that he was created to defeat humans, and you're a human?
See, I think my liberty with this is like I can control him, and he's not going to destroy me.
Okay.
Or I'll just put him north of the wall, and then this is how it all started.
We gotta know that. All right. I am definitely going to go. I think Derek's going to take a Maester here. And to me, there's a definitive best Maester still on the board. No, we've only had one taken, but there was only one. And that's Maester Aemon.
Oh.
He just knows
everything.
And again, in the books, he's like even crazy knowledgeable. So another difference that I just got to was Sam leaves with Gilly, take a boat to sail to Old Town, and he takes Maester Aemon with him, and he doesn't make it. He dies on his way, but they stop in Bravos, and he hears and learns about the dragons and Dany and all that, and he's super into it. He's like, Dany's our only hope. She's the prophecy. They just send the Maester to her. She's how we defeat, the others and the whites and all that. So, and his great niece or whatever it would be in the books, but because I know that my next pick is going to be there for me as well. So Derek, go ahead for two picks.
Yeah, I had Maester Aemon as my third pick as well. He's the Targaryen, right?
Yeah.
And he just kind of gave up everything. He's like, I'm good with it. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, hold on. Gotta scroll through my... All right, so I think that'll last.
All right, while you're scrolling, so I definitely misinterpreted the method of execution. I thought it was how I was going to be executed. So my number one pick is Milk of the Poppy. I'm this evil, ruthless team builder, and then I'm going to be generous with how we execute you.
You'll have a nice, sweet sleep, and we'll see you.
Ramsay's going to gently feed it to you.
All right, I think I got to go Brienne for my second Kingsguard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, if the spot was already filled, oh no, darn.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I have her. I was like, I don't know where to put Brienne, honestly.
I feel like taking her as like the 8th Kingsguard is not too bad. 8th warrior, 9th if you count Arya. And
now I'm the only one with warriors left, so I can really sit on that one. Well, unless some of you are going to try to take them as squires and shit, which is going to be annoying as fuck. But
that was literally what I was about to do. I don't know. Maybe I'll. All right. I feel like I have a warg animal that no one's going to choose. I don't really want to take Hybern away from Eddie. So I guess that leaves a pod or a hand, a squire or a hand. Which pod is my top squire? I mean, he's the best squire in the show. I feel like that's, unless I decide to mix it up. Well, I'll just go ahead and round out my stretch of Starks here, and I'll make Bran my hand.
Okay. Interesting choice there. Going with just trying to complete your basketball team of Starks there. You got 3 of them.
Yeah, there's probably a couple more I can work out somewhere here.
Throw Catelyn in there. I mean, you got a wife.
Oh, she's going to be my warg animal. That was my dark horse.
Hey. Okay. To me here for my next pick, I'm going to go here. I knew this was going to be safe way, but I don't know. Only one with the method of execution taken. I'm going to take mine right now, and I'm going to go the moon door.
Oh,
yep.
I definitely had that as a very close second after my after Dracarys, so I'm happy to take that now off my big board. So, Eddie, go ahead with your round 6.
Yeah, sorry, Jared just got out. I'm texting him the board so he can hopefully make this next pick.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Okay, shit. What do I need?
So I've got that was kind of what I was gonna say. So Cass and Kylie are moving out. Claire and Sam are moving in together, and then Kathy and her boyfriend.
Yeah, he probably makes it back to me, so I am. I'm gonna take Qyburn as my maester.
Okay. For you. Let me see here.
Just gonna go.
So Niska, he's up. You just keep getting like more and more evil. You tried to be less evil, but then added Night King and Qyburn.
I'm just steering into it at this point.
It's just not going to happen for you. And he's like super creepy in the book. He asks for like, "Hey, do you mind if I take a couple women for my studies and shit like that?" And yeah, he's just really weird.
All right, hey, so my logic for him and why I like him is who's the creepy old dude that's like seducing little kids before him?
Oh yeah, no one wants him.
Yeah, no. So
I
like Qyburn because he orchestrated getting him in that room and letting the little kids stab him to death. Like that's my number one reason for liking him.
Yeah. Nobody likes Pycelle at all. Okay, so Niska just has his hand. Very interesting.
Who you think,
I didn't even have him on my board.
I wasn't a fan. Let me pull up the characters for Jared here. Oh, that's right. We were gonna give him a kingdom. So
he's on.
You guys both had your chance to take it. Right now?
Hold on, let me text.
Oh, we just lost Josh.
I don't know what's going on with him. I'm just texting Jared right now. So you had said you didn't have Varys. We can talk about it for a while.
Yeah, didn't even have him on my board.
Him and Littlefinger are like two of my least favorite characters, and neither of I had them as like squires just so I could shit on them essentially.
That's a good way to put it. I didn't think about that for my squire, for my list. Just people I wanted to just kick into the ground, basically. Like they provided good drama for the show, I guess, but other than that,
yeah. I mean, as we started to come down towards like essentially the end of it, like it was kind of frustrating seeing who some of the people left standing were. And
yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't like his accent either, Littlefingers.
Yeah, no, I'm glad he got his.
Yeah, I think that Bran Stark pick might be the sleeper pick or the best pick. Just his abilities, once he's the three-eyed raven, being able to see everything.
Right, being able to, yeah. That's kind of why I had him, I think, third on my list.
Yeah,
but
you'll know when anything's coming. So
I'm back. Sorry,
you're good.
I'm doing all this on my phone except for the Hangout video because my internet shit is going back and forth right now. But do we have a or no?
No, he hasn't responded.
Well, do we want to give him the High Garden and then wait a little bit longer, and then that's one of the two, or wait for him to do both?
I don't know if Josh is there anymore. He's just frozen on my screen. And Jared's not responding to the texts, so super, super helpful.
Oh, there's Josh again. No.
Can you, I think I can type in this.
All right.
There we go, Josh.
Oh, There he is.
I'm back in. This time I'm doing it on my phone. I can't take it anymore.
Are you experiencing that too?
All right, so Jared hasn't responded. I don't know what you want to give him.
We can do his whatchamacallit?
Kingdom?
His kingdom now, right? I know I gave you guys your chance to take Sunspear. You both have Sunspear ranked high. Niska and I both said Dorn. Said High Garden. So I don't know where we go from here. This is a little awkward.
If only Jared would just respond.
I know.
Where did you have Sunspear, Josh?
I had it fourth or third. Right. I'm trying to bring up my rankings right now again. So let me see.
I mean, does Jared seem like a coast kind of guy, or like living with?
He does live in Hawaii. He likes Hawaii, right? So we could give him the island, the sandy beaches or whatever
of Sunspear.
Of Sunspear, yeah. And honestly, guys, Sunspear ain't everything that it's been cracked up to be. Let me tell you. Like I said, if you actually read the descriptions about it, I think on the go to fandom, Game of Thrones fandom or whatever, Sunspear is actually not great. So
well, then let's save Eddie from himself and throw Sunspear on there.
I'm gonna give him Sunspear right now.
Someone just wrote, "Give Jared Robin Aaron."
That's funny.
Oh, he just said, "I'll take the Erie."
Oh, he'll take the Erie. Okay. We'll tell him the Erie. Okay.
Damn it.
He saved himself. The Erie. Okay. And then Eddie, tell him he's back up again for another pick. Tell him he needs Squire, Maester, Vacation Home, whatever it is that he needs.
I'm trying to method of execution. That's the last one he needs.
The Erie. Okay.
Damn, I was hoping the Erie came back around. That was going to be...
Go ahead and let's discuss the Erie, because I'm not a fan, but I'll tell you guys after why. So go ahead.
It seems highly defensible. You got the moon door, which is cool. It's kind of in the mountains. I kind of appreciate that part of it. That's kind of where I was looking to go. Especially, it's a lot different than Water Gardens, which is my vacation. So I'd like a little diversity there.
Mm-hmm.
Who are our maesters that we're taking so far? Jared wants to take a maester.
Lewin and Eamon
might be next.
Yeah, Lewin's available. He was my next one. Was Lewin?
Oh, Kyber, duh.
Give him Pycelle. We know he likes him.
That's funny. Okay, so what I don't care for about the Erie is that it just the sheer difficulty of just getting to the castle just takes forever, and it's so you have to go up on the mules. It's you're hiking. It's just not the business. So for me, not a.
Well, also while I'm there, invent a parachute, so getting down is really easy.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I'm trying to see who can maybe you can have Bran warg you down.
Yeah, how does that work? I
have no idea. He's more the warg, I guess. So he somehow
Well, maybe I could just warg into a bird, but my body doesn't really get down, I guess.
If it's a big enough bird, it can carry you.
Ooh, there we go.
See what your warg animal is, Derek. You got to pick it still. So yeah,
When I warg the ice dragon, I'm just gonna ride it. My thoughtless body down there.
He hasn't responded yet.
So he wants a maester, definitely, though. He did say...
is there really any other that he's going to pick?
I can't think of any, honestly.
I have Pycelle and Lewin as the only ones.
He just wanted Varys, but...
Yeah, he's been taken. Though. Let's see.
I found one more, but there's not,
Yeah,
that was just, literally the last of my list,
Yeah, the only other one is the one that's like whatever their main academy is called. That like kind of helps Sam.
Oh, one of the ones there, yeah.
Ambrose, I think, is what it. Yeah, he said he's going to take Lewin. I don't know what happened to Josh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm right here. Sorry,
I jumped over to his app. Yeah.
Yeah, I was texting Niska to go. Mr. Lewin, we'll have him on there. Okay. So since we all have our queens here, let's talk that. I also had, as like in case she was taken, at Ilaria San, however you want to say it. I had her on there too. She's Oberyn's like chick.
Oh, okay.
Prince Oberyn's chick. Because I think she's kind of hot, and she goes like both ways. So she's like, hey, whatever you want to have in our bed tonight, go for it. I mean.
Also, she just she essentially starts a war when her husband dies by killing kids.
Yeah.
So she's there for you.
Oh yeah. She's ride or die for sure.
The only other queen that I had was Missandei on my board.
I had her on there. I had her on my list too.
Yeah, I stopped at the 6. I didn't have those 2 that you guys mentioned there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my draft so far through 6 rounds. All of my choices have been my first or second choice. So the only one that I'm not going to get definitely is Warg Animal because I had Dragon and Direwolf. So I'm hoping to get my third choice there. We'll see if I decide to take him on the way back here. Got to beat Derek. Derek doesn't have a Warg Animal either. So
no, but I'm almost 100% sure. My number 3 Warg Animal is not going to be chosen and maybe isn't allowed, but...
You know what? I think I know exactly where you're going then, and I had that as on my list as well, Derek. I will say that much. So I might let you have it, but...
I might, yeah, we'll see, I guess.
Where you're going.
Depends where Niska goes.
He said, need a verdict. With what? Okay, let's see what he's doing. Yeah, no, Derek, I think I definitively know what you're doing with Warg Animal, and I love it. And now I'm actually debating if I want to do it, but I think I'll let you have it.
I mean, feel free to.
Let me put it this way.
It's great either way, but
it's gonna be so awkward when it's not the same thing you guys are thinking of.
Okay, so we need a verdict here. Niska just said, can we choose giants as our Warg Animal? And I don't know. In the movie or in the show, we don't see a giant become a warg. So what do we think there?
Well, so they can think, and I think that's the thing that really breaks down whether or not you can warg into them is their level of intelligence.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I am against it. I'll say that.
I'll just tell him no. Yeah. I mean, we're not against it either.
I think he has to pick a specific giant, though. He doesn't get all of them.
He has to pick a specific one.
I would lean no as well. I mean, if it's wearing clothes,
So no, you think you're against it, Eddie? You mean?
Yeah, I mean, do what you want. I wasn't picking. Giant was never on my radar for Warg Animal, so.
I'll just tell him. I mean, why not? Why not?
I mean, you're just gonna kill it with your dragon anyways, so.
Yeah. All right. I told him he could take a giant if he wants.
But it has to be Tauntaun, right?
Can we just give Jared Robin Aaron? I just saw that right there. As a Squire. We got to give him a Squire. His Warg Animal. You should take Robin as a Warg Animal. Good Lord. And he is so much worse in the book, too. He is such a little fucking baby bitch in the book. Oh, my God. I want to throw him out the moon door. Okay, who's he going? Gendry Baratheon. Okay. First of all, his name is just Gendry. He's a bastard, but whatever. He's taking Gendry. Okay, so I'm not sure where he was going with the
The giant thing.
The warg giant. But Eddie, go ahead for your pick here.
I probably would have had Gendry second as my squire if I had not forgotten.
He was my second. Yep, second squire for me too.
I think, and I don't know what it would qualify as. What is Dragonstone like? Can that be a kingdom? Is that a kingdom?
No, that's definitively going to have to be a vacation home because it's not one of the 7 main kingdoms.
I will. I'll take Dragonstone for my vacation home then.
Okay, that was on my list as well. Definitely, Dragonstone for your vacation home here. Okay, so squires are getting. We only have one squire, but my list with Arya being taken is left very thin at squire. I'm gonna leave the warg animal for Derek to see what he does. I don't need to take a Kingsguard yet either. So what do I need here? I need Squire and Warg Animal or Kings. Okay, I'm just gonna go. I'll go with my first Kingsguard here. I'll take one, and I'm gonna take Khal Drogo.
Oh,
the man who never lost in battle until he did, and I just think he's standing by my side. I feel extremely comfortable with Mr. Drogo. So that's what I'm gonna go with for round 7. Derek, go ahead for 2.
Let's see.
He was my number 1, by the way. He was my number 1 warrior, so I'm very happy with him.
I had him 3rd, and then
out there. What was that, Josh?
I just said he was my number 1 warrior, Khal, by the way. So I'm very happy. But yeah, you're up there. Go for it.
All right, so I can save a Maester for last. And I can save my kingdom. I'm not really sold on one or the other between Eddie and I. So I guess that really just leaves Warg and Squire. So
just take Rick on. Take Rick on for your Squire. Get your 4th Stark.
I mean, but can I take Rick on with the fact that I'll teach him to not run in a straight line?
Or just stop every once in a while?
Hey, he's your Squire. You can do.
I mean, track the ball in the air a little bit. Just turn back once in a while. Like, oh, man.
Funny.
Let's see. It's either that or take, like, Sir Arthur Dane or Sir Barristan as, like, my Squire, which kind of just seems messed up.
It's kind of weird, but okay.
Let's see. Well, I'm just gonna. So I would take Pot as my Squire. He was my number 1 on my board. Like, he's good at it.
Pick.
He's fun to be around. He's got a unit that attracts the ladies. You know, like
he's gonna teach you something.
Exactly.
He'll be teaching you as much as you'll be teaching him.
Which I'm in for that kind of relationship with my Squire. All right, and then here it is. I'm sure Eddie's been waited with bated breath here as we.
Please.
Hodor.
that was what I was gonna do. That was I knew that's what you were going with, and I had him on my list too. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I had him on my list.
He was 3rd on my list, so.
He was my first Squire, or second Squire. He can just hold so
Bran,
much.
Like, he needs help getting around, like, maybe.
It's a good. You're just adding your start to your start. You know, he's not exactly a start, but
I mean, they pretty much all, except for my Dracarys and Water Gardens, are very much related to the Starks and have a lot of ties.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. I knew that's where you were going. All right, I'm gonna take my warg animal here as well, and it's gonna be a Shadow Cat. I don't exactly know what it is, but it sounds cool, and they're from above the wall, north of the wall. So I didn't really feel like a raven or a hawk or any other bird type thing, so I'm gonna go with Shadow Cat as my.
Is that one of the things? Like, is that only in the book, or does Old Nan mention that?
I think I think they're mentioned briefly in the movies or shows as well. A lot more in the books when they're
okay. That was one of the ones I didn't have on my
things.
list. I just had a bird and then any other animal as my fifth shot.
Like a bear, one of the hogs. Okay, Eddie, go for it. Round 8.
I mean, I guess Squire is like pretty much the last thing that I need. And I don't think
you got Kingdom, Squire, and Method. Your milk of the poppy there. Don't forget that.
I think it'll be there. I mean, the two good Squires are pretty much gone, right? Gendry and Pod. So I'm gonna pull someone and make them a Squire, even though they definitely wouldn't be. And I'm not gonna take her, but I still can't believe Cersei was not taken for anything. And I don't know who your last.
Somebody wants her.
I don't know who your last warrior is gonna be, Josh. I would assume maybe Bronn because he's still out there. But I'm gonna go with Davos for my Squire.
Okay, interesting, definitely.
I think his level of humor in the last season was like one of the saving graces.
He's a great character, honestly. He's supremely underrated.
Where did I have him?
He really is great.
I think I had his kid as a Squire.
Devin, yeah. I had him as a hand here. Let me text Niska.
I just liked his interaction, like the first time Jon and Dany met, and Missandei's just listing off all the stuff that Dany, who she is, and then Davos just looks at Jon. He's like, "This is Jon Snow." Like,
I'm gonna correct him real quick. He tried to put giants as his work. You get to pick one giant. Okay, now we're to Jared. I'm gonna text him. Don't get greedy. You get just one.
Are you texting Jared at all or no?
No. Let me text him. Okay, Jared, you're up. Let's see. He needs Squire.
I'll text him the board.
Execution. Get 2 picks. Okay. Yeah, no, I text Niska real quick. He's trying to get all the damn giants in the world here. You're already stretching with two-handed Jaime Lannister and trying to claim the entire North. I'm going to correct that, too. Nah, you ain't getting the North. You get Winterfell, son.
Josh, you're the last person that needs a warrior. Who are you looking at? I don't think any of us can...
I got the whole board, I got a bunch. Let me see how many... See, I still have... my third pick, my third choice, my 5th choice, my 6th choice. I'm still good. Only Jaime and the Hound were my 2 high choices. So I might let that one slide because I think there's, we all said how Warriors is just super deep. So yeah, I might let that be my last pick almost. I only got 2 left, but.
Yeah, I mean, I have Bronn, Grey Worm, and Dario. It's like my 3, 4, 5 that are still there. So. Yeah. Dario didn't make my list. It just wasn't not enough for me.
So you have 2 characters that die in season 1? You're going all in on them?
Who are mine? Cal and Ned? Yeah. Let's see. We don't have anything from Jared back yet. Yeah, no, I think I know who I'm going to go for I think I know who my next 2 picks are going to be. Let's see, you guys, I know Eddie's definitely not taking any of my picks because he doesn't need a person. And you need a Maester and a Kingdom, Derek, so you're not taking any of my picks unless your Maester is an absolute G.
It might have to be just so it's someone I know, like...
So I think Jared is really the only one that can take, I'm going to get whoever I want here for the most part, depending on who Jared takes for a Squire.
And we might just take it for him if he's not answering.
He's getting real close to getting Robin Aaron.
Yeah, just give him that for his squire.
Niska goes, they come as a package, just like Khaleesi's 3 dragons.
He wrote River Run for his vacation home.
Okay, I'll throw River Run in there.
Okay, oh my
I had that as one of mine.
Not for me. I didn't have him on there.
It was 4th on mine. My number 2 was Bear Island, since no one's going to pick that. The Mormonts seem like cool people. They have a nice little island.
I had, I'm not going to end up taking her, but I had Lyanna as a squire, like as a dark horse.
Lyanna Mormont.
And he's going Theon.
Theon or Reek? Which version?
You just write Reek in there, and then
Greyjoy. Theon. Okay, Niska, you are up.
A lot more obedient than Theon.
All right, we'll see who Niska takes. Yeah, I'm not too concerned. Who are you going to go with, Eddie? Kingdom or method of execution here? I mean, unless Niska takes your method of execution, what are you going to go with for your pick 9?
I'm probably going to go Kingdom and just be done with it. I don't really have anything. I mean, I guess beheading is usually like pretty much the most basic version for execution. And the other one I had was getting pushed off the wall, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's your Ramsay, your skin flaying.
Just whatever Ramsay decides. Flay.
I mean, I think that's what I told Josh is what the other methods of execution were behind Dracarys. Like, that and whatever Ramsay does. Penis removal.
What a castration there is your method of execution. I mean, once you let it bleed out, I don't know how you're going to die from it, but yeah. All right, he went with Highgarden.
I mean, that's sort of how Theon died, right? Technically, since it became Reek.
You can't pick, Niska, you can't pick that. I literally texted him the list of what he could take for kingdoms.
Can you
with
text it to
Highgarden
me?
being included. Ugh. No, Niska. God damn it.
So for those of us that haven't read the books or looked at the maps, it's very difficult to figure out because, like, I'm Googling kingdoms and there's multiple different names for the same areas, I think.
What you got left for the main kingdoms are Highgarden, King's Landing, Sunspear, Storm's End, and Harrenhal. Those are the main kingdoms left.
Am I up?
No,
okay.
Because I texted him and told him he can't pick Highgarden. Yeah, no, he's trying to take one of the main ones. Can't do that. So we'll see what he does. But yeah, so you're gonna go? What do you think you're gonna do, Eddie, for your next pick?
I'll probably just do
your kingdom of.
Is it a different method of execution, like Ned beheading someone with a sword, and then Ned being beheaded, and then like his head being displayed on a spike, or is that just still
beheading?
I just had beheading. Yeah,
I mean, same here. I was just thinking like. But that went to my thought process if I were going to have those as 2 different ones or just one.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to do a kingdom.
Niska's not too happy about not being able to take Highgarden here as his.
Oh, I know who I'm going to go with. Boom. As long as Josh doesn't fuck me here.
For what do you need, Maester?
Yeah, I figured out my Maester.
Okay. All right, so he's trying a new vacation home here. The Iron Islands. Okay, there you go. That's doable. That's allowable.
What was he trying to get?
Highgarden.
Can I get that?
Where the Tyrells are from. For a kingdom, you can take it, yeah.
I'll take that for my kingdom. Just to piss him off.
Highgarden, there we go. I'm entering in Iron Islands for him to... Okay, and then for me, I am going to take my squire here, actually, and it's going to be Loras Tyrell, because he's actually known as a super, super skilled fighter in both the movie and the books. They show it more, or they talk about it more in the books. But yeah, I'm gonna take him as my squire there, round 9. Derek, finish up your draft here, rounds 9 and 10.
All right, so I'll go with Jacqueline Hakar or whatever as my maester.
Jacqueline, okay. I had him as my warrior on my warrior list for sure.
Yeah, he has a little bit of magic. I feel like so that's why I just figured he's good for maester.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad choice.
I'll pass my board here.
Okay.
So I have the Water Garden, so I don't want to go for Sun Spear. I guess Storm's End is the next one left. So I'll do that.
End. You have King's Landing or Harrenhal.
Yeah, Storm's End. It's never been conquered, I believe, if I remember right from what I was reading.
Storm's End, taking it home. Okay. Let's see. So I am left here with my pick of warrior. I could go the mountain here. I considered that one. I
thought about him for my squire when I was choosing pod.
I also considered Robert Baratheon, like old school Bob, was known to be a good warrior there. Oberyn Martell I have on my list. Grey Worm, Braun. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the mountain because I mean, to have Drogo in the mountain as my King's card there, no one's gonna be fucking with me. That's for sure. So I'll close out my draft there with the mountain.
Who is
Eddie?
Sorry.
Yeah.
All I remembered is the flashback from the Tower of Joy where like young Ned and like 4 of his buddies are taking on the one dude with the sword, and they say like that's the most like gifted sword fighter of all time. Who was that guy?
Arthur Dayne.
Okay.
I believe it's Arthur Dayne.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, I'm trying to figure out method of execution where I can still include Cersei, but
what's that green stuff called?
How many times can she blow up the sept?
Wildfire. There you go.
We'll say just wildfire in general then.
Okay, wildfire.
My only other option was Arya Stark's Arya stab of the Night King.
Just every time you want to kill someone,
she has to drop the blade.
She's busy. I'm sorry.
Can you just loan her out?
Method of execution.
I also had feeding to the dogs as another execution.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What did she ever do with the nun that she just like waterboarded with wine and then just left in a dungeon?
That's a good question.
Maybe she just did that, just left her.
All right, I texted Niska, so he's up. And then I texted Jared too, just so he can get his pick ready.
All right, I gotta hop off as soon as we're done. But who are some of the people that are left on your board, like surprises?
Let's see. I think, like I said, Talisa and Cersei not getting picked, I think is a really big one. I thought maybe somebody would take Baelish, Peter Baelish, Littlefinger as a hand.
Braun's pretty high up.
Yeah.
Braun, yeah. I thought somebody would take flaying for method, so we'll see if Jared or Niska take that.
Did you have John Aaron on your hand list?
I did, yeah. I had him on there. Yeah,
I had Valyria as a vacation spot.
Not bad, even though the gray men there, might kill you.
Yeah, you can deal with that.
I had Horn Hill as a vacation spot, and Bravos. It kind of reminds me of like Venice, Italy, So had that one. I had the Arbor, that's where they get all their wine from. Basically, is the Arbor. So he went Red Wedding. I don't even know what that means. You're gonna have a wedding to execute somebody, Niska?
Crossbows and poison.
Crossbows, I guess.
Yeah, Red Wedding. Okay.
Cowardly crossbow ambush. That's what you should replace it as. Just type that in.
There we go. I'll leave it down on the bottom for Red Wedding, but we'll leave it on the distro. Okay, Jared, take us home here. Has he answered back?
No. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Beheading. That's got to be.
Probably.
Or you can go with the vicious milk of poppy like Eddie was thinking.
I couldn't go that evil. With my team of Dragon, Tywin, Ramsay, and the Night King with Qyburn.
He decided to change it. If you guys see Niska's pick there, he went Faceless Men instead. So again, having somebody else cowardly do his dirty work for him.
Also, having two of them on my squad, they're busy. Fuck off.
Yeah. He's got the waif. That's about it. He said, fine, I won't stack entire rooms of people. All right, Jared. You've made a total of 4 picks here. We need you to close out the 5th. Where are you? Warg animal, I had like a hawk or a raven or a mammoth as possibly another choice.
Mammoth. That's a good one.
But, and then, the method of execution, like I said, beheading, flaying, hanged, poison, one of those types of things. So.
Also, low-key, I didn't actually put her on my list, but just was thinking about her as a hand. The old lady. Elena? Yeah. I think she might have been pretty good at that.
I had her on my Queen's tier list as well, just because don't care how old she is, but she knows what she's doing. But yeah. I took her younger granddaughter, so.
Great choice.
All right. Instead of sitting here waiting for Jared to get back, when he texts something different, I'll change it on the draft board here. But let's close this out. Let's just give him beheading.
Yeah.
And like I said, if he texts something different, we'll give him that. But yeah, this closes our draft out, guys. This is pretty fun, honestly. I had a lot of fun preparing for this. Did way too much work for this, but I enjoyed it for sure. Should definitely do another one of these days. Some other universe. I don't know what, but we'll have to come up with something. So
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll have to look at this draft board, and we'll see. We'll see what we like, what other teams we like the best there. Maybe put in, send in their email chat. If you couldn't pick yours, who you would pick, which squad you would take for your own. So. All right, guys. I'll close this out. Thanks for joining us here.
All right. Take care.
Later.
See ya.